What's going on, everybody? How are y'all today? Welcome to another episode of Rescued Reviews. I'm Nick. Y'all know my wife, Kelly. And below us is a very special man. Why don't you introduce yourself, special man?
Jesus. Whoa. Hey, where's that supposed to be audio here?
Whoa.
I never saw the preview. Yeah, that's all I have to say.
You never saw the preview?
It's really cool. It's a dog peeing on a fence.
I just saw special man. It's Rip Trippers. I'm here, the Rescued Eliquid channel. Music is dance.
Yeah. I thought you were going to be Mike Vapes today. Mike Vapes.
I can't do. Let me tell you something. That Nicholas Green has a real knack for impressions.
He's good.
I do not. I could do a Robert De Niro face, and that's it.
Well, come on. So let's see it.
That's it.
Okay.
No, I can't do voices. Hi, I'm Eric. Vinny Land Vapor.
Not Vinny. Vinny. So Frank Wolf in the chat there, he does a show earlier today called Wolf Bites. Yeah, and he's like, it's Eric, not Vinny. Like he kept saying Eric, not Vinny, and I was laughing so hard because I was like, that's great.
Doesn't matter because I'll just always be Vinny. It's nothing I can do about it, even if I say otherwise.
For the rest of your life, you'll be Vinny.
I think I'm at peace with it at this point.
It could be worse. You could have a worse name.
So we have a chat request already for you, Eric. From Frank. He wants you to say, "Smoking is dead, vaping is the future."
I can't do it
now.
Thank you.
Can I do it? I can't do his voice. I can't think of it. Smoking is dead. Vaping is the future, and the future is now. Yeah, okay.
So now we're going to have to rewatch this downstairs because we have YouTube set up on the TV, just so that we can see your face popping out at us.
Vengeance, come here.
Come on. I'll get in there. I'll do everything like this.
Hello, people.
Real close.
Thank you.
I'm a close talker.
Thank you.
How many dogs are in there right now?
Just the two.
Two are inside. The rest of them are downstairs in their room.
How many are in the house?
5.
Hot damn.
It used to be 6 until Ben passed.
Yeah. But that's it was time. But the two that are inside are the little dogs. So.
Yeah. Vengeance and Velez. And it's earlier this week was their gotcha day, the day that we got them. And it just so happened that the day that I rescued Velez was the same day that me and Kelly went and got Vengeance. It was just, 3 years apart?
Yep. So we've had Vengeance for 4 years and Velez for 1.
Vengeance is a badass name.
Well,
It's a badass name.
We're Vengeance.
What the dog is a chicken shit.
Well, sometimes that works.
What's going on, Alex?
He doesn't look like it.
The killer dog in the background is Velez. The pug.
Ish.
So, for people who don't know, Alex Sartorius, I know I probably murdered your name, Alex, and I'm really sorry, is in the chat. And he is the dad to the little girl with brain cancer that we're doing the waffle for. So, the spots are still open. Alex, this is Eric, who is the owner of the Deep Cuts line. And he has very graciously also given us a line of his liquid to put up there for the waffle.
And some other stuff. We're going to take care of it.
We are.
Well, let's start with, what are we vaping on?
You go first, Eric.
Okay. What do I have? I have...
Fingers. Yeah. Hand check.
I have... jazz hands.
My hands are dirty, again.
I have... I'm... Oh, what's in my... Sticking into my... Okay. I have a little Vaporizzo Target. It's Target. You know when people call Target? They're fucking assholes. With a Reload MTL Addy, which I love. Here, you can see that.
That's beautiful.
It's nice. It's a nice tight draw thingy. And in there I have Turkish maize, the salt, 35 milligram. I don't even care.
My favorite from the Turk line is the Turkish cake.
That's in here. The same thing. And then I don't have a lot of stuff out. And then I have this little beauty.
Ooh, that's pretty.
It's my Tony B swell mod with Apaka. Do you know Apaka? He carved bone doors for me.
That's really cool.
With with Beecher's Addy, with the RDA for vaping, and another Jess Marie chop top, and some Dragon Steak and sticks.
Dragon Shake was my very first liquid I ever had of yours when we met last year. We met almost a year ago, Eric. Can you believe that?
It's like our anniversary almost, kind of. It's the sleeper of the line, I think.
I've had a lot of people that are surprised because they think it's going to taste one way and it comes out like almost not what you'd expect. Like it's exactly what you say it is, but it's, I don't know.
So it changes depending on how you vape it. I like juices that do that.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons why there's have you ever heard of Betty from Pinup?
Yeah, sure.
That's one of the reasons why I like it, is depending on the heat that you put behind it, it changes different fruit notes. And there's one by Black Dog Reserve, Supernova.
That's another good one.
It's freaking amazing.
I haven't been participating in the pleasure of vaping. And the other day I saw a friend and I hit like a regular tank with a like a mesh coil, pre-made mesh coil or whatever, with a flavor that I never had, and I was like, oh fuck, I miss vaping. Even though I do it all the time, but it's like the same things, and I haven't been trying new things and getting new gear and like getting new liquids and stuff. And I was like, oh fuck, I need to get my shit together.
But there's vaping, and then there's vaping like what we do. Like working at the shop, running the liquid line, owning the liquid line, and our friends that produce the liquid line, we're always in love with the liquids that we make, that you make, that Will makes, that Turk makes, that we're always have just those flavors on us. And we hardly ever branch out just because it's like these flavors are amazing. Yeah, other ones can kiss my ass.
Remember when you first started? I would go vape shops 4 times a week and get different things all the time, just because I was so excited. I wanted to try everything.
Yep.
And I would just vape.
I believe I tried 30 liquids in 30 days.
Yeah.
Just because I was like, I have to try them all.
And every time it was a new experience. You're like, oh yeah, this is my new favorite liquid for 3 days. I mean, it doesn't work like that anymore for me. But
no. With Kelly, it was never. It was, I love this one. Nope, this one tastes like soap in the end, and this one tastes like hairspray. This one tastes like mouthwash. It's like, oh, you're gonna make us go broke trying to find new liquid.
What'd you settle on?
Anarchist Red.
That is the flavor that got her off of it smoking.
That was my first ever complete bottle. The flavor that got me to quit smoking, Anarchist Red. That was it.
Really?
And then it just occurred to me that's Dwayne's line. And so I had to message him. I was like, just so you know, you're the reason I quit smoking. I totally fangirled out on him. He was real cool about it.
I'll tell motherfucker I never even tried any of his juices. I haven't. It's not really available. I have to order it online. I'll just tell him I need some.
Well, have you made a decision about NVE yet?
haven't.
Yes, my booth is open to you.
Can I?
That's putting him on the spot. We're live.
That's what I'm saying. My booth is open to him if he chooses to. Not asking for an answer. I'm just saying.
Appreciate the offer.
My booth is open for you, just like my legs.
And the girl.
Anyways.
All right, so Kelly, what's in your vape today?
In my buffet?
In your buffet?
Because it wouldn't be a day without vaping if I didn't have my vengeance.
Yep.
Have your vengeance.
All day, every day. And in my, own boy, Squonk.
We should build something while we're sitting here chatting.
And then this beautiful tip right here. That's from Mr. Gatorboard. Nick helped make it.
Nick made that.
Okay, Nick made it with Gatorboard stuff.
Yeah.
He didn't let you touch the machine, but he let you stand real close while he did it behind the machine.
No, he actually let me make it. It was the coolest process I've done. Like, I'm very, very set on getting a lathe now.
Yes, he is. He's talking about it a lot. And then I got my grip with mistletoe from Miss Jess on a Passage RDA, and inside of that, I got the Mika.
I'm gonna get my grip.
And then he walked away, but in my Caliburn,
Right here.
I got my Deep Cuts Psycho Cruller in a 12 because sometimes you just need that little bit of nicotine, a little bit extra nicotine once in a while. What do you got, Nick?
A lot.
So, as always, I have my faithful grip. Unfortunately, I bent my original bar that was on it, so I stole the red bar off of one of my other grips.
We only have 8.
Yeah, and then on top, I have the Axial Pro. And then I have one of the tips that I made with Gator also. This was the very first tip I made, and it turned out to be a clusterfuck that he had to fix for me. Inside of that, my faithful is always Benthol. I love Benthol. And then I have my Aegis X with the handy dandy Falcon on top, Falcon King. And inside of that, Strawberries Down Under. Same as what I was vaping on last week, same coil from last week. So far I've gotten 1,019 puffs off the coil. These coils hold up, they're amazing, the M1s. And then last but not least, I got the new Dreamer V1.5 with Beecher's RDA on top, RDA for vaping. And inside of that, I mean, it's a special occasion, so I broke out the last little bit of the Psycho Cooler that I had. Because I'm out of my Dragon Shake. That makes me sad. I love Dragon Shake.
I love you. My grip isn't firing.
Oh no. Is there a battery in it?
Oh, that's a good point.
But I only say that because I'm that person that I will get really upset. Boys! I will get really mad. I'm like, my mod's not working. I need to get a new mod. And then Nick will take it apart and be like, you're missing your batteries.
My battery is in there.
It's the battery charge. So.
Yeah.
Vengeance! The boys are wrestling because it's what the boys do. So, as we touched on a little bit, both the boys are with me today because their gotcha day is February 2nd. 4 years ago, we got Vengeance, and then 1 year ago, we got Velez. So, on the same day, ironically, and as you can tell, they're the bestest friends. They're wrestling right underneath my feet.
So the house hasn't been quiet since we got Velez in it.
Because if I touch Vengeance, Velez gets really mad. Yeah. I'm not allowed to have friends. Bring to Velez.
Then how do the other three feel about it?
They're fine. Vulcan is extremely jealous. Vulcan is the Husky Shepherd mix that I got from Will. The strawberry kiwi flavor. And he gets extremely jealous. Velez and him were Velez we got about 3-4 months before we got Vulcan. But when we got Vulcan, he was 8 weeks old, so he was the same size as Velez. So they kind of grew up together and are best friends.
Which is hilarious because Vulcan's like about 70, 80 pounds and Velez is like 20 pounds on a fat day. But they're like best friends.
Oh, yes. And Les loves to hump Vulcan. And Vulcan just sits there and takes it like a good boy. Doesn't get upset by it. And then Velez will turn around and bite Vulcan in the ankle.
But I'm an ankle biter. Oops, I didn't say that.
I do believe that, though.
You can't say that. That's wrong.
I mean, you bite with love.
I do. I'm an ankle nibbler. Nibbles.
Did you ever try the vape liquid called Nibbles?
I haven't.
It doesn't exist anymore.
Well, then why are you going to have to make...
Are we talking about it? It doesn't exist.
Because it was really good, and I think I might have a little bit left, and I'll bring it to Eric when I see him next.
Okay.
What was the... what's the profile?
Smarties.
I don't like candy.
Really?
I'm not a big candy vapor.
That's my butt. Stop it.
That's not me. I'm upstairs.
I know.
Sorry.
Looks like we're separate rooms. I'm actually under the desk.
Every once in a while I reach up and go, tickle, tickle.
This is awkward for all of us.
Well, they want to wrestle like right underneath me. So
this one is working. I wanted to be part of the cool club, and it's just not working.
I'm sorry.
Well,
just reach your hand through my camera and grab mine.
Whatever. I can't do that. It doesn't work. We're not there yet.
I mean, we have 9 or something. Like, we have a ridiculous amount of grips.
That's a lot of grips.
If you have a preference on color, like, just let us know. We'll probably have.
I have one.
Well, we use the grips for testers when we go to shows.
That's right.
So that's...
It seemed it.
Yeah. So that's our reason for having so many.
I'm still here.
Yeah, Kelly, he doesn't disappear on us.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. That's mean. Just imagine you just fucking left.
I'd be so upset. I'd be like, where'd Eric go?
I wouldn't do that. All right. So now what? What do we do now? Where are we going now? Where do we go?
Well,
So why don't you tell us what made you come out with Deep Cuts, and how did you pick the name Deep Cuts?
That's a lot of questions all at once.
That's 2 questions.
I hope I can answer any of them. Oh, we go. That worked. Deep Cuts relates to the Vinny part, the vinyl part, because a deep cut is a track that's not a single on a record. Like when people used to listen to the radio, you play like, you know, all the hits on a record, all the singles. Some DJs would play the deeper cut, which was something that wasn't on the, you know, the roster of singles from the record label. Just deep cut.
Yeah, I never knew that.
Yeah.
And I have lots of vinyls too.
When you get into like, you know, far into a record, like his first 3 songs, and you get like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to get further into the record, those are the deep cuts.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I love records. Like the sound of music coming off of vinyl is amazing. It's crisp. It's pure.
You know what it is? You know, my favorite part about it is that in the age of like streaming and MP3s and stuff like that, everyone has like music ADD.
Yeah.
So you put like people write records or wrote records that you like listen to a collection of songs. So you put them on a turntable and you let it play. You're kind of held to, you know, you can't jump and you listen to the whole thing as was meant to be listened to.
Yeah.
That's my favorite part about it. So.
Do you still have a record player?
For me? Oh, hell yeah. I got a whole setup.
What's your favorite artist that you have for vinyl?
I can't play that game. I don't do it. Can't pick favorites. I'm like a chronic appreciator. Then I have to break it down to like what genre, where am I, what mood am I in? Like, I can't do the top 5 lists.
It changes with the day. Like, there are some days where I'm really into like a bluesy, jazzy mood. Other days I'm like, you know what, I want to listen to some screamo. Like,
I can't do the screamo.
Well, I don't really have much screamo. I don't.
Just recently, I rediscovered Rancid, and I was really happy about that. Like, I'd forgotten about them.
I think my favorite artist on the vinyl that I have is Joan Baez.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Mowgli is throwing down with Uriah Heep. That's crazy. Remember that Uriah Heep record with the devil on the front? When I was a kid, used to freak me out. And Deep Purple and Johnny Winter. I think Mowgli's older than me. Because like
Wu-Tang Clan. I don't think that they have very many vinyls.
I think with anything now.
Oh, hey, Wu-Tang Clan ain't nothing to fuck with.
No, it's not.
The whole genre is based on turntables. You know what I mean?
True.
Business stuff. I like Rancid's top favorite bump band along with NoFX. Those are good. I like Bad Brains and the Circle Jerks.
Will played me the Circle Jerks.
And the angry. Well, Will goes around and collects people's punk dues. That's what he does. Like, oh, you want to do punk rock? Well, you need to pay me to be allowed into the club.
I can see that, especially when he puts on his, studded vest.
Yeah.
You haven't seen his studded vest?
I have.
Oh, okay.
He's the granddaddy.
Grandpa punk rock.
Punk rock dad. And the liquid, I started mixing and playing with flavors for like when I don't know, like 5-6 years ago. Like when I got really into it and the hobby stuff, and I started ordering flavors online and syringes and started making my own liquid. And then after a little while, I was like, I didn't want to do liquid. I also wanted to make a living doing what I really like. And I thought my flavors were good. So it was just so oversaturated, and everyone was making it and trying to make fast money. So
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at these dogs. They've got the zoomies, and it's hilarious.
Sounds like one of them wiped out into the dishwasher or washing machine.
I heard sliding claws.
Yeah, they're sliding around, and it's great.
So you picked 2 flavors. I made them, and my idea was to drop another one every couple of months or whatever, and just do it myself. And here we are.
Well, I can tell you that when Will showed me Dragon Shake, I hadn't met you yet. It was at NV last year. He brought Jack and Shake up and Psycho Crueler up, and I was like, Psycho Crueler, I'm not a really dessert person. It's like, but Dragon Fruit I love, so I was like, gimme. And I was head over heels with that Dragon Shake. And then when we got back, I was telling Kelly, because I picked up the samples from you. All right, and I picked up the samples and the first order of Dragon Shake Bijou.
That's right. Now I remember everything.
Yep. You had the corner booth right across from Kingdom, I think it was.
I don't remember. It was across. So I was sharing it with Dylan, though.
Yeah.
But then I got all excited. I was like, you guys from Ohio just ordered liquid. Sight unseen. They just took it. And one of them paid right up front. That was real. And the rest is history.
Yeah, and I mean, I never would have thought we would have built a relationship like we have.
Well, you have a very, very gentle caress, so I like that.
My hands are very smooth.
Well, I can't deny that.
I didn't meet you until
we got married.
North Carolina, and until we got married.
No.
We had talked like.
I met you before that.
No, sir.
Not really.
I still have some pictures from that. I don't know if I sent them to you.
It was more like Nick would be on a video chat with you, and I'd walk into a room, and you'd be like, "Look, it's Kelly," and I'd be like, "Hey,
it's Kelly. Kelly,
you got it."
Kelly.
I remember the first time she saw you, when I pointed you out at North Carolina. She's like, "Holy shit! I didn't realize he has guns that big." I was like, "Right." Every time you go to a show, he's always sleeveless.
Wow.
Has to show him off.
I learned that from Dwight the Beecher.
I was like, he's got big arms. I was so intimidated because I was like, he's not going to talk to us because he's way too cool for us.
That's not true.
But then you came over and gave me a hug, and I was like, "Aw."
I'm not even like marginally cool.
I think
You're extremely cool.
Yeah, whatever. Oh, there's Clowny,
KV?
and Oh My Sweetie. That's Dan.
Yeah, damn my Atlanta. He's a good guy.
He's a sweet. I want to cuddle with that fucking guy.
Well, that's not weird.
What do you want to call him?
Oh my sweetie. That's his fucking name.
Well,
I think we need to do one show, kind of like steal the idea from Yomi's. Just let random people kind of, send us an email so that way we can send them a link and have them come in.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Right? I'll have to have Eric back on for that too.
We can do it for your birthday.
When's your birthday?
St. Patrick's Day.
My birthday?
No, Nick's birthday.
That's St. Patrick's
coming
Day.
up. That's right. It's on St. Patrick's Day, you fucking...
Yep.
Not a leprechaun, your red beard.
Why do you think that beard's so red? With a lot of gray on the sides.
Are you Irish?
Scottish and English.
That makes sense.
My mom was English and my dad was Scottish.
You look like an extra from Braveheart.
I was the guy that got stretched out.
Hello.
Oh, we do call him Mongo.
No. Yeah, Mongo. Will started that nickname. And Cheese Dick.
Cheese Dick's one of my favorites. That was I think I told you that when I was a kid, Platoon came out and they would call each other Cheese Dicks all the time. In that movie.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you watch Platoon, which is an excellent movie about Vietnam, they use that a lot. They say Cheese Dick a lot.
I got the nickname because in North Carolina, everything always seems to go back to North Carolina.
It's always North Carolina.
But we were celebrating Queen.
Sarah. Yeah, Clown and Queen.
Yeah, Clown and Queen. No,
or not Clown. Nasty and Queen.
Nasty and Queen. We were celebrating their anniversary, and we were at Olive Garden with the Vape Radio guys and Will. And the lady came over and she was like, doing a little cheese grating thing. And she's like, "More cheese?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'd love some cheese." And she proceeded to try and dump it on my plate, but instead landed everything on my crotch.
Okay.
And Will's like, "That's it. Cheese Dick. That's your name. Cheese Dick. Always Cheese Dick."
She also called Will's
Purge
a jewel.
Yeah. She's like, "Sir, do you mind if you move your jewel or I move your jewel real fast?" And we're all like,
Yeah. Like the look on everyone's face was like they were going to rip her apart. And I'm like, she's just a sweet little waitress from Romania. I'm like, let's be nice.
Mongo Cheese Dick. That's right, Will.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, let's do the dog of the week. All right. So, this is the dog of the week. The dogs of the week are really, really cool dogs. They're all from, oh my goodness, I can't believe I forgot the name of the Humane Society. Crap. Hold on, I'm looking it up, guys. I'm sorry. Bear with me a minute.
He thought he was prepared for this.
I really did.
Come on, get it together.
Right?
They're cute puppies.
They really are cute puppies. Look at the picture.
Oh, I see them. I can't see them. I have to look at the... I'm looking at you, and I'm like, where are the dogs? Where are the dogs? They're over here.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Well, okay, so I'll tell you about the dogs since I can't. Oh, they're from the Berkeley County Humane Society. Jinkers, there's only one picture of Jinkers because that's all they had available for me at the time.
That's the big brown dog.
Yeah, Jinkers is the brown boxer mix. 10 years old, good with cats and kids, not so good with dogs. He has a little bit of aggression towards them, but it's something that can be worked on pretty easily, like what we did with Ben. The family unfortunately had to let him go to the Humane Society just because of the fact that the house or the apartment that they were moving to no longer allowed dogs there. So they had to release him to, and they released him to a great animal shelter. The Berkeley Animal Shelter Humane Society actually is a no-kill shelter, and they stand behind it.
So that means they won't put the dog down unless it's medically necessary.
Exactly. Jane is a 1-year-old hound mix that we have quite a few pictures of with her playing and jumping around. About 30 pounds. Great with dogs. Great with kids. Needs fed by herself though. She has a little bit of food aggression, which again is something pretty easy to work with the dogs.
It just takes a lot of time.
It does. She's very high energy, and with that, she definitely has to have family there, so that way, play with them, play with the kids, loves all that. Loves snuggles was one of the main things that they said, and she really, really wants a family because she's been there for a couple months. And the other cool thing about this Humane Society is their adoption fee is actually quite reasonable. It's only $150 per dog.
And when you pay the adoption fee, you're paying for the dog to get, in this case, neutered. You pay for them to have all their shots, so they'll be up to date on shots, any microchipping and medical needs that they would have. It's all covered in that $150. So it's actually a very reasonable price.
Yeah, and when I reached out to this Humane Society and telling them what we did, they were so excited to see us. And they're like, we've never, had anybody reach out to us before. People will share the pictures of the dogs and share the links and share the posts, but nobody's ever asked to, put the dogs in a YouTube video or mention us in their YouTube videos. And it's like, yeah, this is what we do every week. So, if you have a chance, Google the Humane Society. I don't remember exactly where it is. I know it is close by me, though. It's in West Virginia.
It is in West Virginia.
I think it's only 2.5, 3 hours away from us because I was trying to get Jinkers and Kelly told me no.
I told him no because we do have 5 dogs, and Jinkers, being as big as he is and not being dog friendly, it is something that someone could work on, but having 5 other dogs, it's a little bit harder to work with than if you have just one other dog.
Ben.
I know.
But the dogs do need a good home, and they will get one eventually. The Humane Society right now is actually at 110% capacity. All their rooms for the dogs are completely full, and they actually have some of the dogs staying in the offices at nighttime so that way they can keep housing them. So animal shelters are always a good place, especially if you need some community service, or your kids are trying to look for going into college. Volunteering at Humane Societies is a great thing to put on college resumes and stuff like that. So you can always make those suggestions to your kids.
And donating stuff to shelters, you can get a tax write-off for, just so you know.
Yeah, tax write-off, donate food, donate toys. Kitty litter is something that's always in need. Dog food is always in need.
Old blankets.
Yeah. Toys.
So, yeah. Well, that brings us to our training tip.
Well, we gotta do your critter plan. Go for it, love.
Okay. So, Jane is high energy. So that means she has a lot of energy. So a lot of people think, well, I'll just walk the dog and give it more exercise and that'll stop it from being so energetic. And that's not the case. When it comes to a high energy dog, you need to also do mental exercising. So doing things like making them work for treats, hiding their toys, doing something that's free feeding. Basically, hide their food. Let them work for it. Let them exercise their brain so they have to mentally work for things, and that'll help wear them out. So that way you don't have a dog that's got super strength, basically. If you exercise their physical body and not their brain, they'll never be tired. So keep that in mind if you get a high energy dog.
Does that work for children too?
Yes.
It does.
I'd like to think that a lot of my training tips can be applied to children.
I do have one more training tip, and this is a very valuable one that I learned this week. When you're living in a house and you get an issue with, say, like we live with a hillside, so we have a lot of rats that run down between the properties, and every once in a while we'll get a random rat in the house. So we have rat traps. Big important training tip: never leave a rat trap open where it's like fully engaged on top of the fridge when your wife is short and can't see what she's putting her hands on top of the fridge.
That's a training tip for all you prospective tall husbands out there.
Yep. Because if you're like me, you'll get a very, very angry phone call with her screaming at you and saying you broke her finger. And you're like, I'm at work. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
No.
No fingers were broken.
No fingers were broken. I just had a rat trap attached to my finger, and I screamed a lot. I thought it was cool.
Rat traps, how big are they're big, right? It's a big trap.
Oh yeah.
Ours is about the palm of my hand, like the entire thing.
Yeah.
But this one has little teeth on it.
Oh.
So that way when the rat's head goes in there,
it dispatches them quickly.
Yeah.
And it was on my finger. Yeah.
The rat trap man challenge in Afghanistan. I got I had a mouse, and you couldn't catch the fucking thing. And then Kent sent me an electronic mouse trap where it electrocutes the mouse. It climbs in there.
Yep.
And they're like metal pads on the bottom. Because I left out a glue trap. The thing ate half a brick of poison and kept coming back. Like there was no killing this mouse. Left out a glue trap. I went away for the weekend. I think it was the weekend I went away with them, expecting to see him on the glue trap. So I left like a pretzel, some peanut butter in the middle of the glue trap. And I got back and the whole trap was gone and there was no mouse.
See, we did the glue traps. We did like the big, huge ones because they're the ones made for rats. And the rat would get its front paws on it, and then you would just hear this like scurrying sound and sliding sound.
Yeah, dragging the.
And it would just be dragging it, and then every once in a while you'd see like there's when I laid the tile, our floors are different heights in the house. So when I laid the tile, I tried the best to even out everything, but there's a small little lip. So one day a rat was running, and I got to watch it, and it was priceless. The rat ran, hit the lip, and flipped over, and the glue trap landed on top of its back with one of its legs stuck up like this. And it was just running on 3 legs, and it's like, whoa, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And so after that, we decided to try the poison. Poison didn't work like you said. So I moved to those brick traps that kind of dispense of the rat fast. Even the electrocution ones didn't work. The rats would run in there, and you could hear it go off, and it wouldn't kill the damn thing.
The mouse didn't go into the electric trap. I was standing at the counter doing something like making lunch for my son, and I felt something under my foot. And I didn't step all the way back. I jerked my foot back up because I felt something under my heel. But I didn't go. I didn't pull pressure. But it's a mouse, so it was enough pressure to crush it, kill it. And I looked down, and now it was only the one. Because I stopped gnawing at the walls and I stopped finding poop, so it was just this one that I couldn't catch it for weeks, and then one day, like early evening, it decided to come out and visit, and I was unaware and just stepped on him. And I looked at him; he was on the floor, just like, and that was it.
The things you learn on the show.
Yeah.
And see, with me, it's really easy for me to step on them, but because my feet are so damn big.
What size shoe do you wear?
17.
What the fuck?
Yeah. Do you want me to show you one of my shoes?
Well, I mean, I believe it. I have I wear a size 13. I thought that was, but 17's like Dr. J.
Well, so when we just finished over in Florida at the show down there, where we got to see you last, we went to go visit my mom, and my mom was like, "Well, do you have any shoes? How are your shoes? You know, I know you go through shoes." And it's like, "I'm fine." And Kelly's like, "Oh no, we should see if they have shoes for you here." And it's like, fine.
I'm a good wife. I care about you.
And he was stuffed into a size 11.5, and she was like, "We have to fucking figure this out."
Well, no, usually actually I've learned like over the years, because I mean the shoes are expensive. So over the years I've learned how to like curl my toes down so I can squeeze into like a 14.
That's not good for you.
It's not.
No.
It's painful, but you get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
Well,
Mr. Mimosa is requesting the McDonald's shoes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll go get them. Be right back, people. Talk amongst yourselves.
So yeah, Nick's little 5-foot British mama was like, "Well, we'll go get you some shoes." And I was laughing so hard because these shoes that she's picking up are like the size of her arm. Like she's like holding these shoes, and she's like, "How about these?" And they're like down to here.
Oh, is she from England? Like she?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. She's like full on Mrs. Doubtfire. They're barking. That's what they do.
There's many of them.
Well, anytime they hear a noise, they have to bark because it's what they do. Their dogs are alerting me that something is happening. So now they're coming in here to tell me, "Hey, there's something happening." But yeah, so these shoes that Nick's mom was holding up were just hilarious because they were like most of her body.
Did you tell them how you picked one color and she picked the other color?
No. I picked the red ones, and his mom picked the yellow ones.
We'll see him. Hold him up this way. No.
Like that?
Yeah, but you have big hands. You have to put it like.
Put it on your hand. Like.
Okay, my hand.
Dude, those are like moon shoes. That's a fucking big shoe.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
How tall are you?
6'2", 6'3", something like that.
You're just a freak.
Yeah. So.
Your feet shouldn't be that big.
Want fries with that?
I just thought they were great, and they were cheap, so we bought them.
But you do have a pair of yellow and a pair of red. It's not 1-on-1.
No, thank God. It is a pair of each.
Just making sure.
But everybody wants me to wear them 1-on-1. It's like, nah.
I think you should take the red laces out of the red shoes and put them in the yellow shoes and do that.
I like the way she thinks.
You're supposed to be on my side.
The red shoes go great when you're wearing your rescue stuff because, you know, black and red, you can wear black jeans and red shoes, and then you look like those guys that have, like, matchy shoes.
And the yellow ones are in case you get lost in the wilderness and they need to find you.
Yeah.
From a helicopter.
Footprint. It's hard to miss.
Well, Nick has lost many shoes in the wilderness.
How do you lose a signed fucking 17 shoe? You can see from space.
Well, I mean, he would. The one time he went out to the river, which is like half a mile from your house,
to kayak in his own shoe.
No, to take pictures with vape stuff.
Yeah.
Right.
And he stepped into some mud, and his boots were gone after that.
No. It went down to the river to take pictures of the liquids, you know, to get some nice pictures because we didn't really have any pictures at the time.
Right.
And I brought with me my nephew, and it was right at the riverbank, so it was kind of mushy.
And it had just rained.
Well, there was one part that I didn't realize was super mushy, and I'm a big guy. Like I said, I'm 6'2", 6'3", size 17 shoes, and I weigh about 310, 320 pounds. So I stepped into the mushy area, and my one leg sank all the way up to my knee. And I went face first into the mushy area. And my nephew's like, "What do I do? What do I do?" I was like, "Pass me a stick and help pull me out of this."
Because that's going to work.
My nephew is
5'6".
Yeah, 5'6", and weighs maybe 110 pounds soaking wet, 120 pounds. I was like, just give me a damn stick to pull on. Tried doing it, and I ended up almost pulling him in, And I was like, go to the back of the truck. I got a tow rope, because the tree limb kept breaking because they're all driftwood pretty much. Yeah, so I ended up, hauling it.
Was it quicksand?
It was pretty much kind of like that, but it's just the water and the sand had just the right consistency. And so both my legs up to my knees trying to get out, and I lost my nice pair size 17 boots that I had, so I got stuck wearing my size 14s. And I get back to the shop, and Kelly just looks at me and she's like, "What's wrong?" And then she's like, smirking just like that. And she's like, "What happened?" Tell her what happened, and she's on the floor of the shop just rolling and laughing. It's like, "I'm going home. You can finish the rest of the day here." She's like, "We have to come back here, am I right?" I was like, "Do I?"
It was a fun time. I laughed.
You have 2 shoes. You can walk.
Right. I have no shoes right now, and mud everywhere, and places I didn't know mud could exist.
It was great. It was a good time.
But, well, with that being said, let's jump into advocacy.
Another thing?
No, just a bumper that we were in for advocacy.
It's a party.
I'm waiting for it.
Yeah, there's about a 30-second delay. So, advocacy.
Let's go.
Yeah, exactly, right? It's colors. It's pretty. So, with the advocacy, there is the new federal vape ban that takes effect on Thursday for all the closed pod systems. A lot of people, including me, thought it actually took effect on Monday, but it's actually Thursday. I looked it up and checked everything out. And with that, we lose all the flavors for the closed pod systems, the Juuls, the Junos, the Mileys, all that stuff. But we can still keep around all the disposable devices, and we can still keep around the open pod systems like the Caliburn. So,
I have one of them.
Yeah, the Caliburn. See, I have a blue one too. It's downstairs. So, how do you feel about that, Eric? Yeah, obviously you don't like the liquid that's in there.
Well, I think it's dry. Fuck. How do I feel about it?
Do you have feelings about it? Do you think that hurts the vape industry or helps us stay around longer?
I think it has its purpose. I'm not like gung ho, like, yeah, fuck pods, get rid of them. I think they're, I'm a fucking liberty person. Like, leave our shit alone. You know what I mean? Enforce the laws, and I don't like the idea. It's just a. They don't.
I feel like it's one step closer to them telling us what color we can paint our walls, and
well, yeah. That's the thing, and then I always say that too. And like, vaping is my hill, but it's a liberty issue across the board. You know,
and they're not getting rid of the pre-filled pod devices. Like, those are still allowed, but you can't buy flavored pods for your Juul, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, if you're banning pre-filled pods, you should be banning pre-filled pod devices.
Exactly.
Anything if it's not harming people.
Right. I don't think they should ban it anyways, but you can't pick and choose simply because it doesn't fit your version of what you think is right.
Yeah, though a lot of those disposables, a lot of the pre-fills are one of the main things that people use to find out if vaping is the right thing and if vaping is going to help them get off of cigarettes or make the transition.
Yeah.
I don't know how I feel about the ban. I feel that it is not right because you're literally, like what y'all both said, telling us what we can and can't do. Which, I mean, I get. It's the government and they have the right to say that, but
No, they don't.
when does it actually become officially overreach? You know?
It's been overreach.
Yeah, it was overreach about 6 years ago.
It's overreach in its motivation. It's overreach.
Yeah, but I mean, we try standing up for it, and then we get hit harder.
But
the thing is, it's an industry that's fairly well regulated on its own. It's always been, they give you hoops to jump through, and we've always jumped through those hoops. They give you rules to follow the rules, and it's been that way. The fact of the matter is, they just have it out for the industry because the money's in the wrong hands.
Yeah.
Bloomberg's getting ready to release his version of a pod device, and
Bloomberg's a fucking monkey.
Yeah, I don't think that's fair. I think that that's not fair. I mean, Governor DeWine from Ohio is now on the Truth Initiative board, which to me that's a conflict of interest.
Yeah, just like Drip and Dave said, puff bars are being paid to be promoted on TikTok.
Yeah,
TikTok is a huge kid zone.
I mean,
I personally love the way that New Hampshire did it. Flavors are banned unless you're a vape shop. Then you're okay.
Well, that's the best. I think that's the best solution. You know, it's just like I always compared it to like the adult industry. Not that anyone's going to porn shops anymore, but porn shops existed, and there was an adult establishment. Not equating vaping with porn. It's really, but
I mean, they did it with alcohol. Bars are that way. You can't go into a bar unless you're of legal age. Vape shops, if you look at the FDA reports, their own words have said that vape shops aren't the issue. It's the convenience stores. It's the gas stations. Those are the ones that shouldn't be allowed to sell vape products.
Yeah.
Alex is right about the thing is that whenever they want to remove any sort of liberty, anything, the kids are the first thing that they trot out to remove something that they don't like. It doesn't matter. Kids are I always say the kids are currency.
Yeah.
In removing freedom because they really don't give a fuck.
They don't.
When push comes to shove, it has nothing to do with the kids.
Okay, so speaking of the kids, let's bring up the other thing I want to talk about today. Cornell University of Veterinary Medicine developed an educational toolkit for high schoolers that encourage students to directly test the effects of e-cigarette vapor on living cells. So the college created a toolkit that has vape liquid in it, e-liquid, e-juice, whatever you want to call it. They are giving it to schools for free for the students. So the students have their hands on e-liquid now with nicotine. I thought the whole idea was to keep the students away from the nicotine. So why are we giving it to them to put in these kits?
And in the study, they said they were testing it on microorganisms that live in algae. Yeah. So you're telling me that organisms that live in water will die if you take them out of the water and put them in vape liquid.
Who would have thought that?
I mean, if you use their logic, if I hold your head underwater, you're going to die because water's dangerous, so we should ban water. It's not because I'm forcefully killing you. It's because I'm taking away your ability to survive. I mean,
liquid is a thicker viscosity than water, so obviously the organism's going to die.
Well, I mean, you can't. Their science is junk anyway.
Yeah,
they've been, saying they've been lying about it. They've been putting out false information. They still won't fucking let go of the lung disease thing. So they'll just. I mean, at this point, it's just whatever it takes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, people keep saying vaping is killing people. My teen was vaping and he's in the hospital, or my son or my daughter, whatever. Vaping is a verb. Tell us.
You sound like me now.
I know, right? Oh my God. My boobs are smaller. I'm okay.
Are they? Oh,
they are.
It drives me nuts because I've had to explain. I've had to explain to people 100 times that vaping is a verb. And a journalist actually got into an argument with me. He said, no, it's a noun. I said, no, if you look up in the dictionary, it's predominantly a verb, but it's like swimming or eating or walking. It can be used as a noun, but it is a verb. Okay. So to say vaping, well, vaping what? You have to include the rest of the sentence. Vaping what? And that will tell you what's making everyone sick.
Right.
Yeah, and the same journalist that was talking with Kelly finally came back and said, well, he was vaping THC. It's like, okay, that needs to be in the article because he was vaping an illegal product that he probably got from some shady guy around the corner from him, not from a reputable source like an actual dispensary. And he's a teenager.
There you go, because he's 16, 17 years old, he's not legally allowed to be using that stuff. So if you're not legally allowed to use something, you're not going to go into a vape shop. You're going to go get it from Joe down the street. He's going to sell it to you for real cheap, or probably what you think is real cheap. And it's like 3 or 4 times the cost because he can't go get it on his own. So he's buying bad things to begin with.
I mean, Kelly's kids came up to me when we were visiting them and said, hey, a guy at the school is selling a Juul for $50. And it's like, why? And he's like, well, because they know they can make money. That's how much they sell them for. It's like, why are you looking at it? He's like, I'm not interested in it. I was just letting you know. He goes, y'all can make money. I was like, no, that's not how the system works.
Yeah, no. He's like, you guys could like totally. I'm like, no, we can't do that. That's not a thing. Okay. I was just saying, not an option, bud.
Yeah. I mean, now, James Jarvis shared a picture just on his Facebook feed, and I saw it earlier, that in the dentist's office, there's now signs about vaping too, saying vaping increases the risk of oral cancer, heart disease, damages to your blood cells, and can lead to gum disease. There's a project Save the Mouth to educate teens and children about the damages of vaping and using electronic cigarettes. And so for the entire month of February, if the kids sign up and sign the pledge to not vape or not use electronic cigarettes, because those are 2 separate things evidently, that they can have a chance to win an iPad. So it's like, so the kids that didn't really know about it or didn't want it, didn't do anything with it before, you're now explaining to them more about vaping and how dangerous it is when it's not. So you're lying to them. And then on top of that, you could be technically just introducing them to something that they had never thought about before.
But if you have a good visit, you can get a lollipop at the desk on the way out.
Yeah.
I love a good sucker.
Well, I know, but
I mean,
they're not good for your teeth.
And nothing, I mean, we've said it 100 times, nothing that you put into your body that isn't meant to go into your body is going to be good for your body. If you are only drinking water, then you're good. But if you put...
Not water from the Ohio Valley.
Right, don't drink Ohio water. But if you're drinking soda and Monsters and you're eating candy, like, guess what? That's not good for you.
Guess what? If you go outside and breathe the air, that's not good for you either, because how many carcinogens are in our air right now from all the plants, factories, all this stuff? How much pollution is in the air from the cars? That's not good to you. We're going to ban air.
I'm banning forks. I also just recently banned the coronavirus, so we're all safe.
Oh, shit. Thank you. I didn't get my mask from Amazon yet.
Like, I'm just saying, I mean, banning something, it's a lot of words that sound really cool. It really has no effect, because all it's going to do is create a black market where people are still going to find these things. I mean, it's the same thing that we keep yelling over and over and over again. Bans kill people. Like, that's all there is to it.
So then we're all saying that we're against the pod ban.
I think so. I mean, I see where they were trying to come from, where they thought it was a good idea. But if they had any idea about how the industry worked, or just an idea or common sense at all, they would have really figured out the way to do it properly instead of just saying flavored pods are banned.
I mean, if you have a room full of old people, and when I say old, I'm talking people who can't even work their own cell phone. They actually have to pay someone to do their social media for them because they can't figure out cell phones.
I'm pretty good at that.
Why should they be allowed to tell me what I can do? Half of them probably don't know what Alexa is or how to use it. They probably can't work their own TV. Like, you know, these people are too old to be in office, and some of them have been in office for 40 plus years.
Term limits.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Exactly. I mean, most people, when you have a job after you've been there for like 20 years, they're like, okay, when can we get you out of here? Because you've done it for too long.
Yeah.
Well,
Will is counting down the day till I leave. I love giving him hell.
Yet, Mr. Dave said, and then iPads will be giving them brain cancer.
Yeah.
I mean, those iPads are going to cause people to have vision problems and attention issues. And
oh, yeah. Well,
I mean that already happens, and we haven't banned them yet. I mean,
true.
All we do is instead is just make the screen bigger for them so that way everybody can see it for longer.
Yeah. From farther away.
Or for me, closer up. My eyes are bad.
well, if it was big as your shoe, we could see it from far away. I'm sorry.
Look how fucking bright they are. They glow.
They do. They do. It's great.
It reflects the color, reflects off of my face.
You're glowing, though.
Stop it. It's just from last night.
What?
I don't know what's happening anymore.
You look a little red right now, Kelly.
That's just my face. I have lupus.
She's ruddy. Ruddy.
But, I mean, I don't think people know exactly everything about you, though, Eric.
What? They know everything about me. There's nothing to know.
Really? Being an artist?
Oh. I mean, what more can I say?
So the artwork for the thumbnail, Eric drew that.
This is one of Eric's also.
I make pictures sometimes.
And they're wonderful.
Looks like a Wallowski.
Do you have any of your pictures over there with you?
Let's see. They always do. I mean, there's so many. These are where all the selfies come from. You can see the original. This is the original drawing for the Dragon Shake.
Which is great.
But these are all selfies.
I mean, seriously though, I mean, you have a beautiful, beautiful work of art you do. I mean, your skills.
Like, these are fun. I have like 6 of these. They're whatever.
I can't draw.
I can't. I mean, this is my writing.
I can't write up my fucking name. What's my sign? Alex is asking me out.
He's married.
Whatever. I could be a side chick.
Right.
I mean, that's.
You got the hair for it.
I'm an Aries, I think.
Draw me like a dirty boy. I am.
Did you say you think? So you're not really sure if you're an Aries?
I am an Aries. My birthday is April Fool's Day. I think that's an Aries, right?
I believe so.
I'm Pisces. I'm a fishy.
You're a fish?
Mm-hmm.
He's a Pisces. I'm a Leo.
Well, the lion.
Cancers.
Cancers. No, Leos are fire signs. I'm feisty.
That's true. Grr.
Yeah, Eric's talent of artistry is amazing.
There's stuff. They're everywhere. It's just I gotta. It's just something I do.
So do you, like, when did you figure out that you could? Like, was that just like...
When I was real little. Here, I'll show you something.
Dad, I had to empty out my dripper. I over-dripped way too much.
You over-dripped?
I did this when I was like 11.
Holy shit.
Wow. That's beautiful. That's like that Drew Barrymore movie Cinderella thing.
It's just a copy of Leonardo da Vinci.
That's pretty.
That's beautiful, man.
I always did it. I've been doing it since I was a kid. And then I stopped doing it for a long time because I was drunk all the time. And then I stopped being drunk all the time and started doing it again. And just did it more and more and more. And got my old skill back.
Is it true that it's like riding a bike where you just know how to do it? Or did you have to like go through classes? And...
when I was like 12, I used to take I used to go to private class with this old guy. That's where I did that stuff like that with him, where I would just copy old master stuff. He would just sit. It was in his garage, and he would sit at a desk and then just come over and tell me what I was doing wrong. But I didn't really take any classes or anything. It would just make sense. It was just kind of like, oh, this is what I see, so put it on paper.
Do you ever just draw like abstract, or is it normally portraits?
No, I do all kinds of stuff. Oh.
Didn't you draw the picture with the bird and the heart?
The bird on the ribcage?
Yeah, the ribcage, sorry.
Yep. Yeah. There's stuff all over this place.
Do you still have your works of art for sale on the website? Your website? I can't.
I have some prints available, but I haven't really been pushing it. I am always open to, if anyone wants things or anything, I can always...
Miss Mary would like a cow.
Oh.
She loves cows.
I had a cow that I had done, and I sent to somebody who asked about a cow. I know I have no cows left, but I've done cows, Miss Mary, and I could probably do another cow.
That's the reason why I was actually asking. Remember when I called you up that one day asking about cows?
Oh, yeah, we talked about that.
We did. See, Mary and Mike, I do what you all ask me to do. It might take me a while to remember it, but I do it. My memory's horrible.
Yeah, I can't draw, but there you go. I regularly send Mary pictures and images of cows because she likes them.
They think I was going to draw a penis on the Steel Valley bathroom wall, which I'm sure would be in the company of many other penises on the bathroom in Steel Valley.
Yes.
Tomorrow I will FaceTime you from the bathroom while I'm not using the bathroom.
Yeah, British Eyes only. There aren't any in there already. I mean, I guarantee.
The bathroom is like graffiti heaven. Basically, there's a cup with a bunch of markers in it, and if you're in there and you're taking a poop, you just draw on the wall. Like it's cool. You don't even really have to be pooping. You can just go in there and draw on the wall.
Every wall has probably a minimum of about 40 dicks on it.
The first package I received from Will at Will Coburn at Steel Valley Vapors was completely littered from every corner of the box had dicks on it. There were so many dicks.
He is known for his dick mail.
Anytime that it says it was traced, I can pretty much guarantee it was not.
Who said that the books are traced?
Well, when you go into the bathroom or on the boxes, right. This was traced. It probably wasn't.
It's usually like a big dick.
Yeah, they just do that to make them feel better.
On the door jamb is Big Bird's dick.
Yeah.
And then underneath Big Bird's dick is, I think, Little Bird's dick, it says. Little Bird has some major balls. Big Bird has tiny balls, but are really weird looking penis.
Why?
There's
Why
more
does
reason
this?
to come. There's more reason to come to the shop.
Our conversations are quickly turning into penis jokes.
And Big Bird's dick is like right at eye level, so it's like whoever made that, were you reaching up to trace it?
The guy who was Big Bird for years died recently.
Oh, that's sad.
His name was Carol Spinney.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that either.
So I just brought it all the way down. Sorry, guys.
That's okay. It's okay.
You killed the vibe of dicks with death.
We're having a lighthearted discussion, and I had to talk about Carol Spinney passing away. What a drag.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
So,
it is a full circle conversation. That is correct.
It always is. Everything always comes about.
So what else we got?
I don't know.
They have another show. They have a show too. Everyone has shows. There's so many YouTube shows. You could watch YouTube channels and never leave the house.
Probably.
Like
and, well, I mean, now you can order food and stuff.
Well, Hellhound, we try and keep it PG for the most part, but there's always dicks that come up or
dicks come out. You get it. You're like boners.
Boners. Bonus.
Bonus.
But no, we always have a good time. We try to make sure that everybody has fun. We try and keep it, like I said, a little clean, but I mean, we're adults. It's an adult show. We have fun. We talk. Things get said.
That's why I don't do YouTube things when my son's here. I wait till he goes to his mom's, and then I can come on YouTube and talk about dicks.
Exactly. That's why it worked out great that your son was at his mom's tonight.
Yes, Alex, there is a flavor. There's a side D coming. I can't talk about it because I'm saying because actually there's a few in Thanks, Alan.
Oh, I see people talking about Valentine's Day. Nick, do you want to tell people about what's happening for Valentine's Day?
I'm giving Kelly divorce papers.
You just got married. I was there.
Hey, we all make mistakes. I'm just kidding, man.
Wow.
Oof.
It's going to be a long night.
Damn.
No, so for Valentine's Day, so most of y'all people on here probably already go to our site. Recently, y'all might have noticed that we went ahead and we dropped the price on the site. We dropped it down to $15 for our 60s and $20 for our 100 mils. But with Valentine's Day coming, we wanted to show y'all some love. So if you go to the site and you would like to use the coupon, we created a special Valentine's Day program that will start today, actually, and go all the way through. What day did I tell you, babe?
7th.
Yeah.
Or no, 17th.
The 17th. The 17th, right after Valentine's Day. And the coupon code is Love Rescued.
One word.
Yep. So if you would like, go and do that, and you will receive 20% off of everything on our site, even the bottled violence, and it's with love from us to you. Because we love you guys. Without y'all, we wouldn't be able to help out the animals near as much as we do, and we can't thank y'all enough for it. I mean, y'all let us do what we love, so thank you.
And don't forget that the Patreon, we do have a Patreon. Our most expensive level on Patreon is $15, and that money goes towards helping feed animals. So.
And with Patreon, whenever we get ready to release something new, no, not love dicks. Sorry, Alex.
That should have been it.
But the Patreon, they always get firsthand knowledge of everything that's happening. So they'll know about liquids and stuff like that before it comes up. Like before we announce it to the public, they get discount codes, they get free liquids from time to time. So.
And one of the other things that we've been talking about, or one of our Patreons brought up, was doing kind of a video chat like this. So I think we said maybe once every 2 weeks, we'll reach out to the Patreons and find out what night works good for them. Obviously, it won't be a Wednesday night around this time because we'll be on YouTube. But we'll be doing a meeting with them, and we can come on, and they can come on, and we can just BS and have a great time. Look at me being PG now. We can bullshit.
Erik, Mr. For British Eyes Only, we know him as Ryan. He's actually interested in a portrait done of him and his girlfriend for Valentine's Day.
I'm so expensive.
I do like, because Will's about to release a new juice. I love the name that For British Eyes Only gave it.
Schlong Connery.
Yep.
Schlong Connery?
Schlong Connery.
Makes sense.
It's fitting. Will, you got to jump on that. You got to trademark that while you can.
Yeah.
Ryan, you can DM me and we can talk about it. It's a little short notice, but because Valentine's Day is next week, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, in about 9 days.
Oh, boy.
She's worth it.
Okay.
So, with that being said, Erik, that means you can just jack that price up and he'll pay it because he just said she's worth it. So, if he doesn't pay it now,
add a 0.
She'll be like, wow, so I'm not worth that much, evidently. See ya, Hellhound. Have fun, bud.
Yeah. Will's going to jump on that schlong. There you go. That's not weird. It's not a weird thing to say.
Will loves that.
So what else we got? I feel like the show went really fast.
It really did today.
Is it because we have Erik and we're having fun?
Miss Kristen, what did you mean by Nides of Nick with premium Patreons?
Nudes.
No.
Nudes. We could do nudes with Nick.
No, but I'm trying to not break cameras.
Well, I'm the one that deals with the Patreon for the most part, so...
I thought you were going to say you're the one that has to deal with me nude.
Well, hopefully I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Bless you.
Erik, but that's nothing you're supposed to know about right now.
I'll share with Erik. It's okay.
He slides in the DMs. It's too late. It's already been done. You can't undo it.
Oh!
I can't unsee it. I can't see what I've already seen.
Let's talk about the waffle.
The waffle. Waffle.
We kind of briefly touched it, but how many spots do we have left?
We have, so the last count was before we hit the goal that we're actually trying to reach. We have 21 spots left, or I think we have 19 now because we picked up 2 new people. I haven't checked it since then, but so we're so close to reaching the $2,000 mark for the donations going towards Alex's family to help with the expenses for his little baby. We're getting the cancer treatments and everything. So, if we can go above the $2,000 mark, that would be epically awesome.
We gotta push this and figure out a way to pop it up.
I did a live yesterday, and I was showing some of the people some of the stuff that we got. It's amazing the amount of love from the vape industry that's donating stuff. When we did the waffle and we said, hey, we're going to do the executioner, we were okay with that. But now we have the executioner, we have a couple other purges, we have the new Immortal mod, we have RDAs from Kent, we have the goat, we have 10 different goats, we have stuff from Half Moon, we have stuff from you,
we got Prohibition, we got CBD companies that reached out to us. Alex, I haven't sent your package out yet, bud, and it's because I'm waiting for the rest of the stuff to come in that's specifically for you and your for your family. A CBD company reached out and sent me a couple of bottles of liquid for your daughter to help with the treatments, all the side effects of it.
Not vape liquid.
No, not vape liquid. Actual CBD, full broad spectrum tinctures. So that way you can add them into the smoothies.
Is there a place to donate straight out if you're not participating in the waffle? Do you have like a? Is there?
If you go to
anything,
there is
Deliahbrave on Facebook. That's where all the updates are what's going on with her, and then there's even a GoFundMe that's connected to that. So,
I mean, reach out. I mean, you can always go to the page, like their page. Share some love, give some supporting comments to the family. Anything like that is always appreciative, I'm sure.
And I mean, on a side note, they do have a son, and Carter does not have any health issues that I'm aware of or that I know of at this time. And it's hard on him too, knowing that his little sister's sick and he can't do anything. It's hard on the whole family because this little girl, the baby of the family, has no idea why it's her and how to make it go away. So, I mean, I'm trying to figure out ways to get Carter some stuff too, because I don't want him to feel left out.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a 10-year-old boy. He's doing his best he can.
Alex said he's strong like a bull.
What is the group name?
Deliahbrave, Deliah, and then Brave afterwards. All one word. And you can see pictures, and one of the videos that moved me tremendously was, and I was talking to Alex about it, was when she had a craniotomy done, and when they were coming out, her balance was messed with a little bit, and so she's been going through a lot of PT to get back up to it. And they have on there one of the videos of her getting back on her bike for the first time since the surgery, and just, I mean, I remember how proud I was of my kids when they got on their bike for the first time. I could only imagine the tears that were brought to their eyes watching her ride her bike again by herself for the second time all over again.
And the thing about cancer as a child, you are more likely to have cancer again as an adult. So it's not like this is going to go away and then she's just going to be good forever. So for the rest of her life, it'll always be something that she has to worry about. Every headache from this point on is going to be, oh no, is it back? So that's, Alex didn't reach out to us asking for help. He was telling me about his dog. He has a service dog. He's,
His service dog's name is Jet. He's pretty.
He's a Marine, and I mean, he's a military guy and a family man, and it was just so amazing to see.
Also a coil maker.
He is. He's a pretty awesome coil maker. I think you have a set of his coils in one of yours.
I do.
Yeah, like it was so awesome to see how this pup has changed their life in such a great way. So we decided that we're doing this for Jet because Jet needs to keep his kids around longer.
Yeah.
He does. I mean, and that's one of the reasons why we decided to extend the raffle. Or the waffle, sorry. It's not a raffle, it's a waffle. And that's just so that way, people who weren't able to donate because it hadn't fallen on a payday yet, a couple of them had asked us to wait until, during the drawing this Monday coming up because their payday was Friday. So those people that did, I can't wait to see what you can do. For the rest of the world, I can't wait to see what y'all can do also. Even if you don't want a spot, you can put $10 in and just say 0 spots and we won't mention your name. Or you can go directly to their GoFundMe. And you can always reach out to the family on Facebook. And just like what Alex said earlier in here, a simple card. It's amazing what just a few kind words to somebody means.
We don't just rescue puppies, we rescue smokers and people.
With God's work.
Oh, no.
No. And
we just try to be good humans.
Yeah. Thank you, Kristen. I've been trying to tame my beard, but it's, I'm still not at full length what I was from when we shaved it for Bubba. Eric's beard looks a lot better than mine. I can't grow anything right here.
Where?
Right on the chin.
Right on the chin.
And then his mustache, one side gets really long and the other side doesn't grow as fast.
It's not going to happen.
It's not.
It's okay.
I'm never going to have a glorious beard like you. But let's get back to the prizes.
Okay.
So, some of the prizes, Kelly actually has all the prizes downstairs except...
I did a video of them yesterday, and I don't want...
Except for a hat.
Yeah. I didn't know...
Yeah. So, one of the people will be getting a Vapors Cloud Purple Edition hat, which is a limited run. And they donated... Do you still have the prizes over there next to you, baby?
I do, but it's going to require a lot of work.
Can you just pull out the Vapors Cloud, the Saga, and the Trilogy?
Oh.
So, like, this is just... I don't have the Executioner here. The Executioner is at the shop. 2
of these boxes.
Yeah.
Just full of stuff. Full, like, not even kind of full, but, like, 100%.
I mean, Kent hooked everybody up. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What did he send, like 10 Addies?
No, try again.
He sent us
23,
around
22, something like that.
10 goats, 6 Pro Series.
And it just goes on. I mean...
Yeah, it was amazing.
Like
I mean, everyone that's donated has been amazing. So there's the Saga.
So that's the Saga. And then that's the Trilogy on top. I'm pointing it to these, y'all can see what my fingers are doing.
Yeah. Like, it's beautiful.
It is. 21700 series mod. And the Trilogy itself, the reviews I've read on it it's a great device. I haven't had a chance to actually vape on one yet. I'm kind of jealous that we're giving this one away.
Yeah, believe me, I've been like, oh, I could just borrow that, but
right.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
So to win the bang, it's in the waffle. Enter into a spot, and you might win the bang mod. Originally, we set it up to where we said there was only going to be 6 winning spots, but to be completely honest, we're gonna make it a lot more than 6. We're probably gonna be doing 10, 15, maybe even more than that. Some of the spots will only be just a simple juice or 2, but at the same time, I mean, for $10, you'll want a juice that costs normally $20 or $25, or maybe even more in your area. You can't really complain about that.
Doesn't matter. The cause is worth it. Well,
I mean,
that's what it's all about.
Like I said yesterday, $10. You can go to McDonald's and buy a Big Mac meal. You can go to the gas station and buy 3 Monsters. You know, $10 isn't that much. Most people can afford to spare $10. So if you have the extra $10, you know, don't get a couple Monsters this week. Instead, feel really good about yourself that you're helping a family.
Yeah. And it's for an amazing cause. And Ryan's in the shower right now.
Ooh.
Washing himself and touching himself inappropriately, thinking of my beard.
This is now you need to have your shower voice.
As he washes and lathers his penis, his schmeckle. Fluffs the balls, caresses them.
I feel weird.
And then just smacks them. $10 does make a huge difference, Kristen.
Did you say 10 ducks?
I think I did say 10 ducks. 10 ducks.
Quack quack.
So when I took Kelly to the very first vape conference ever, this was back before we were anything in the industry. We were just, Joe Schmo going with Will and the guys for Steel Valley. There was a goose outside of his hotel. And him and John were trying to catch the damn goose and put it in my damn truck.
I'm terrified of birds. Like, I won't go into Lowe's if I know there's a bird flying around in there because I can't. I can't do it. And they were trying to put this goose that was like already like on the warpath because it was sitting on its nest.
Yeah, it had eggs.
Like, they're trying to catch this thing and put it in the car, in the truck. I'm like, nope.
You're a dick, Ryan, thinking of Eric's beard and not mine. I won't ever talk to you sexy again.
What happened?
See, Eric, this is what I get for having you on. Everybody wants to talk about your beard now.
What? Ryan knows how to spell my name.
I know how to spell your name. It's always the freaking autocorrect.
Let me see the C.
I know. What did I type the other day, Kelly? I was telling you about.
Oh, I don't know.
Birds aren't real. That's right.
No, they aren't real.
No.
Nick's phone really loves to autocorrect. Like one day he went to say something like "Good morning, beautiful" or something when we were first dating or first married or I don't know. It was forever ago.
First dating, and it said, "Good morning, bra." BRA, not like bro or bro.
Yeah, no H, just bro.
Yeah, just straight bra.
Just bra, and I was like, "What?"
And I was texting. When we had our shop. One of the distributors, a lady, the label designer actually for Rescued, and that turned into. I sent her something, and it looks very sweet, and I had something else after that, and then it said, "It looks very sexy like you." And like she just like sent me like a ... and I looked back and I was like, oh fuck, I'm so sorry.
So to anyone who gets weird text messages from Nick, please know that it's probably his phone. I don't know why his phone thinks that he's like this pervy old man, but apparently he is.
He's got big thumbs, that's all.
Kelly's never complained about them.
Yeah, well.
That didn't make the show awkward.
It put a smile on Eric's face and look at that.
Yo, you got the coronavirus. I banned it.
Oh, man.
Damn it, Eric. Now you have to be banned too.
Which, Will, I'm going to look right in the camera when I say this. Fuck you. Fuck you with a fork in the eyeball.
What did you tell me last night that I needed to do to him?
Punch him in the dick.
Which one?
For real. Thank you, John Clemens, if you're still on here. John just bought 2 spots.
Sweet. Thanks, John. I have been sicker than shit all day because Nick was at the shop and Will has been sick. And I have the ability to catch all the illnesses.
So, you let you stay in the shop by yourself? I thought you weren't allowed.
I'm allowed in the shop by myself. I'm not allowed to place orders, though.
All right.
All I can say is, would you like some more juice? How about some coils? Please, somebody have pity on me.
You have to call him every time you use the register. I'm going to cash someone out now. Okay?
I got Will's coronavirus, and it's all his fault.
Will has full-blown enteritis.
Enteritis? Well, I looked at Will earlier when he came in. I was like, by the way, I got to punch you in your dick right now. And he's like, what? Why? What did I do? I was like, Kelly told me to. He's like, no. I was like, I'm not going to. Don't worry.
Oh.
Well.
Text you the link for what? I'm lost. What am I texting the link for?
Mike, if you're asking for the link for the
link to the waffle.
The waffle, it's all over my Facebook page, but
it's also in the description of the video.
Yeah, it's in the description, but I'll send it to you if you need me to in a text.
So yeah, poor Vengeance has been following me everywhere with my million trips to the bathroom, being a good boy.
Yeah, Vengeance.
We only went to the bathroom once tonight.
Well, Vengeance is actually Kelly's companion service dog. We're getting him trained on that right now.
Oh, good.
He's actually already the waffle. Yeah, I'll text that link to you, bud. He doesn't do Facebook.
I don't really do it that well either.
I hate Facebook.
I have a hard time with it.
I know you don't do Facebook. I just said you don't do Facebook. Jesus Christ, Michael. Michael Allen.
Yeah.
He doesn't even have Facebook.
Nope.
Yeah. He does Instagram and Twitter. And Kelly, you posted a link in Instagram, haven't you?
Yeah, but Instagram's weird.
Yeah, okay.
If you don't put it in your bio, it doesn't. You can't click it.
Why am I being called out, Dave? I don't take a week. It's more like 2. Uh-oh, John. Is there anything serious, bud? You gonna be
Unless
okay?
this week you text back. That motherfucker blows me up all day. What do you call me? How many times did you call me the other day?
Oh, the day that you said you were gonna call me back and you didn't?
I'm antisocial.
Same.
Like as you can tell, that it's captivating guest spot. Or like,
well, Nick makes fun of me because like he'll say stuff like, "Do you want to come out of the house today?" I'm like, no. My car has been in the same spot for at least 2 days now, and I'm like, I need to go move my car, but that means I have to go outside. I don't want to go outside. There's too many people out there.
Yeah.
There's so many people. They're everywhere.
I don't want people. I'd rather dog.
Yeah.
I mean, they need me. Without me, they wouldn't know what to do.
No, the dogs aren't self-sufficient.
No. I mean, when Nick was saying how Vengeance is like my little service dog, he's laying here beside me all the time. Like that's where he is. He's always with me, making sure that I'm okay. If I'm having a bad flare-up type of day, he will lay on top of me and not let me get up.
Puppy. I wish I could have a dog.
Well,
someday.
They have dogs that you wouldn't be allergic to.
It's more my kid than me.
Oh, okay.
I can handle it. It really doesn't bother me unless I put my face directly in the dog. Like,
makes sense.
Or if I.
Yeah, if you touch him and then you touch your face.
Right. Otherwise, it does. It's not like airborne where if he's in the same room, I'll.
Well, don't come to our house because if you sit down, they'll be in your seat.
I'm gonna come to your house.
Okay.
I'll deal with it.
We'll make sure that they're not in your bubble.
I like dogs.
Because they don't understand personal boundaries.
Oh, that's fine.
Yes, Ryan. I actually follow the UPS dogs on Facebook because I love seeing dogs. It makes me happy.
Just for you, Dave.
Look at Ryan trying to bait the joke. I can see you, bro.
Oh.
You guys aware of the page Ups Dogs?
UPS dogs. Like when UPS delivers packages, they'll take pictures with the dogs and stuff like that and post them.
I was going to ask what's Ups Dogs.
Oh, I ruined that. I'm sorry. What's up, Vengeance?
Golden Doodle.
Golden Doodle. Mike's fiance, Mary, her brother has a beautiful golden doodle named Champ. See, now you got this barking.
There's my Vengeance.
I'm always a smart ass, Dave.
He's checking in on me. It's okay. Thank you. I'm good. I'm good, buddy. Thank you. Go on.
Oh.
Go on.
What's going on, Vapor's Garage? So what else were we going to talk about tonight?
I don't know. I haven't done much for anything because, I've been dying with the coronavirus.
Damn coronavirus.
Right. So, Eric, do you have any questions for me and Kelly?
I could know everything about you. What else could I know?
Do you know everything about us, though?
Do you know everything about these amazing coils right here?
I know about you guys. You're my friends. What about them?
They're beautiful.
Fun fact about Nick. He plays the bagpipes.
Does he?
Yeah.
You didn't know everything about us.
I didn't know he played bags. They lying.
And a world champion at it, too.
Mm-hmm.
Beat the Scots at their own game.
Oh.
There you have it. There's a fun fact about Nick.
Well, I would like to hear that one day.
I need to get a new bag for my bagpipes. My egg sliced my bag. Yeah.
Fun fact about me, I'm allergic to cows.
Oh.
There you have it.
Fun fact about me, I usually poop like twice a day.
I mean, it's a healthy bowel system.
what I'm saying. Just, if we're sharing.
I mean, technically, I only poop once a day. It's either right before I leave to go to work or right when I get to steal.
Next time Drip and Dave comes to visit, he wants to hear you play bagpipes.
So he has to get more bags.
We need to find you a bag.
It's just one bag.
Where do we find your bag?
They're expensive
as hell.
You should have a bag. You should have a backup bag too.
We should waffle for a bag.
No, we're not waffling for a bag. I'm not that important, and I don't need one. We need to focus the waffle on what is important.
Okay, what's a cheap bag?
About $250, $300.
What are you doing?
Yeah, that's a cheap bag. 4 to 6 times a day, Alex? Are you talking about pooping? That's a lot.
That's a lot of fiber, bro.
Right?
Good for you. Those intestines are sparkling.
Yeah.
Kelly poops about once a week.
Yeah.
That's not good.
She has an ileus around her lower intestine, her small intestine. So it cinches everything. So it takes a while for everything to move through.
Yeah, that's too much information.
That's why I'm fat. My body doesn't digest food. It just kind of hangs out.
Can't say Kelly's not tight.
Fuck's sake, people.
This just got weird.
That's my job. I mean, it comes out of me.
On that note.
Mike's arriving. I should say now. So, yeah. There you have it.
Yeah.
Radiation exposure from Iraq.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's horrible, Alex. I'm sorry, man. So, does anybody that's still in the chat have any questions for Mr. Eric? And you can't ask him about his new juice because I've already asked for a surprise of what it is, and he won't tell me.
I'll tell you when I go to the lab, and you'll know.
I'll know it when you release it.
Once I have all these Middle Eastern orders straightened out, I can get back to figuring that stuff.
That'd be cool.
And then I can have it available for 3 months before the PMTAs put me out of business. So,
right. No, I mean, what are your plans with the PMTA? Or is that undecided?
I don't know. I'm not really too. Well, I guess I should be concerned about it, but I don't know if they're going to be looking for us small guys as fervently as.
Yeah, I don't think they're coming after the small fish.
I don't think so either.
With my, my loyal and faithful customers who are on my website, and I don't really have like a shit ton of shops in the U.S. that are carrying it, so it's not like, I'm not pulling in $500,000 a year or anything like that. That's for damn sure.
Right.
So
One day we will, though, Eric.
Well, that'd be nice. Rick Mahoney hooked on 12 milligram Dragon Shake, and that.
Dragon Shake, like I said, like you said, Eric, is the unsung hero of that line. It's just like how Velez is. Velez is our unsung hero.
Well, if you guys quit wrestling, you won't choke.
You have to get more rescued in 6 milligrams soon.
We can make that happen for you.
You're gonna have to try the new, the Nico. Grimm's dog.
Which one is the menthol one that Nick makes me try every time I see him face to face?
Menthol.
That's right.
But this is the peppermint. And
He's had me try it 10 times.
And you hate it every single time.
I don't hate it at all. Actually, it's good. I just don't really do menthol at high watt of a grip mop at a high watt, like fucking.
Like Will complains when I do it because he's like, it's like drinking molten lava.
Oh.
This is all because I.
Pick up your dog.
Come here.
I touched Vengeance, now he's mad. You gonna say hi?
Hi.
Send a picture of a cow and Mike, who apparently has now taken over Rescued on top of Steel Valley, is going to send you some. Mike does this thing where he walks into a place and says, "I own this," and that's just how he owns things now.
So we do the mural at Steel Valley. He said he wants a They Live theme. Should we do like Rowdy Piper nude?
That could work.
Yes.
I mean, I think you need to cover up his picture of what's that weird girl?
I called her Nancy. It's not
Called her
Nancy.
Nancy, yeah.
It's not Nancy.
It's
Tracy.
Tracy Lord. He has a picture of Tracy Lord on his wall. I think you should cover that up.
Well, it is 9:45.
Yep, it is. And Will is probably going to be a little mad with me saying we should cover up Tracy Lord.
Oh, you know.
You see, he agrees. Yes, cover up Tracy Lords. He said yes.
He did? Where?
Right there. Second to last message on the screen.
And Falcon's losing it.
Yep. But yeah, so I know Will is ready whenever you are. And I can't wait to see your smiling face whenever you come down.
You never smile, you know that.
You do too, smile.
You're a miserable fuck.
All we have to say is boobies.
Yeah.
I see there come the comments about Tracy Lords now.
Oh, poor Tracy Lords.
Right, she has to look at our ugly faces all day long.
She's not real. She can't see you.
Lord is Randy Marsh in drag.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, it's 9:45 over here, and the least we can do is let everybody go so that way they can go watch the next show that's coming on, which is Failure to Launch.
On the Failure to Launch channel.
This is bordering on a hostage situation.
And I know Eric wants to go and get away from us for a while.
Now's your chance. Go pee, re-up on your drinks, get ready for the next one.
And Eric, like always, man, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
I love you guys.
We love you too, man.
Do you know our catchphrase, Eric?
What is it?
So every night, every time we end a show, we say the same thing. We say, we love you and we like you.
Yep.
Wait, in unison?
No. We just
say it.
Make sure that everyone knows that we love them and we like them.
Yep.
We love you and we like you.
And I just got fired from Will.
You're not really fired.
Yeah. Good luck opening tomorrow, Dad.
He would never. He would never. He'd be lost without you.
Yeah. Kelly, did you see from Kristen?
No.
Just something important to talk to you about.
Okay. I won't.
And now the dogs are losing it. All right, everybody. So, we love from Rescue. Thank you for coming tonight.
Thanks for having me.
We love you and we like you all. Y'all all have a great and wonderful night. We'll talk to y'all later.
Bye.
Bye.